sports. WYLN, we're your local network.
Now, from the area's leader in live local news, this is WYLN News, the area's #1 source of live local news and information in Luzerne, Schuylkill, Carbon, and Columbia counties. WYLN News starts now.
Good evening, and thank you for joining us on WYLN News. I'm Paula Dagnan. A social worker has been charged with assaulting a child at the Shenandoah Valley Elementary School this past September. According to court documents, Shenandoah police were called to the school after administrators found video of 49-year-old Gregory Holtz walking the child, holding his hands, and then pulling the child forward until it caused the child to fall to the ground. Holtz then picks up the child, carries the child into a stairway, and after waiting for a student to leave, lifts the child up by the left arm and drags him up 11 steps. Another video shows the child is seen trying to get away from Holtz, who tries to grab him and then, after looking around, hits the child in the face with a purple folder. Holtz was charged with aggravated assault of a victim under the age of 6 and defendant over the age of 18, endangering the welfare of children and simple assault. Holtz is employed by Pathways Community Services of Pottsville. His charges were sent to county court. A man is in custody this morning after an hours-long standoff in Schuylkill County. State police were called to the Lake Winona gated community after a man allegedly pulled a gun on a woman. First responders could be seen leaving the gated community around 9 last night. State police say 55-year-old Terry Short refused to leave a home inside the development. Troopers say it all started when Short approached the victim, a 63-year-old woman. He allegedly took some of the victim's belongings and pulled a pistol on her in the driveway. Then, according to police, forced her back inside the home. State police were able to take him into custody without incident hours later. Short is expected to face a slew of charges, including burglary and aggravated assault. A suspended Ashley police officer will be heading to trial on charges of coercion, sexual assault, and oppression. Following a preliminary hearing yesterday, a magistrate said there was enough evidence to send Mark Eicher to trial. He's accused of the charges from incidents in which prosecutors alleged he coerced women into sexual situations to get out of tickets after he pulled them over. 3 women have come forward so far. The Hazel Township Zoning Hearing Board voted to grant a parking variance to a company that plans on developing a speculative building in the Humboldt Industrial Park along Route 924. Representatives from MRPI Hazelton LLC were at Tuesday's meeting, but did not reveal who the tenant of the industrial building would be. They were questioned by zoning board members about the impact on traffic and whether the 718 parking spaces that they requested would be sufficient during shift changes. The 718 spaces were suggested by the developer and would require a variance of 893 parking spaces. The variance was granted on the condition that the tenant comes to a future zoning board hearing and brings information on hours of operation and how many people it will employ. If MRPR gets the proper approvals, construction on that facility may begin this summer. The Weatherly Area School Board will spend over $8 million to renovate the district's 2 buildings and leave them where they are. The board voting 7-1 to approve contracts to make repairs to the 2 buildings. The work that will be done includes updating security, lighting, and making ADA updates. The repairs will begin at the end of the current school year and last 18 to 24 months. Renovations will be made a few rooms at a time while school is in session. The elementary school was built in the 1960s, the middle school added on in 1975, and the high school built in 1990. The Tamaqua Area School Board held committee meetings last night, during which the board agreed that it will vote on a measure to stop Policy 705 that would allow teachers and staff to carry guns in school. The policy was approved last September and since then has faced scrutiny. The district's teachers union filed a lawsuit against the policy in November, and just last week another lawsuit was filed by concerned parents and grandparents claiming that the policy violates state law. Tamaqua was the first school district in the state that approved the policy allowing staff to carry weapons. The motion to stop the policy was approved by the school board president and director last night and will appear on the agenda for the next school board meeting. That will take place Tuesday, 7:30 in the middle school's large group instruction room. The president of Save Our Schools in Wilkes-Barre announcing that he will be stepping down as president of that organization. 81-year-old Richard Holodick cited health issues and frustration as the reasons he's resigning the group that was formed to oppose consolidating GAR, Coughlin, and Myers high schools. The Wilkes-Barre Area School District is planning on building the new school in Plains Township starting this spring. Save Our School members have opposed the project because of previous mining activity at that site in Plains Township. In his resignation, Holodick said that he is concluding his efforts because the school board is now willing to gamble with the health and safety of 3,000 students and employees who will be on a contaminated soil site. The school district said that it has worked with DEP and that the site will be safe and monitored every step of the way regarding soil. Coming up on WYLN News, more reorganizations. And there's an election this month, but it's not the kind that you think. But first, before we head to break, a check on the forecast. We still have some gusty winds that'll continue overnight with the low of about 15, and then some cloudy skies and maybe even some sun tomorrow. Stay with us.
Being a new business is never an easy task, and this market deserves a dealer that guarantees the best price. Some people think our $1,000 low price guarantee could be a hoax, but let me assure you that is false. If we don't have the lowest price on any vehicle in stock, we'll write you a check for $1,000, guaranteed. Check us out on the internet 24/7 at blazehazelton.com. And if that's not the lowest price, print out your lowest price and bring it in and we'll beat. No need to shop anywhere else. We guarantee the lowest price. Blaze Alexander, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, Cadillac, Buick, GMC, and Mazda of Greater Hazelton, home of the new low price guarantee. We'll beat any deal.
It's okay that everybody ignores me when I drive. It's fine, because I get a safe driving bonus check every 6 months I'm accident-free. Because I don't use my cell phone when I'm driving, even though my family does and leaves me all alone. Here's something else. I don't share it with Mom. Right, Mom? I have a brand new putter you don't even know about. It's awesome.
Safe driving bonus checks only from Allstate. Switching to Allstate is worth it.
Visit your local Allstate agent, the McNeilis Agency in Hazelton at 1092 North Church Street, or in Hometown Village Square. SJ Kowalski is your Mitsubishi Diamond contractor. They can install a Mitsubishi electric Mr. Slim ductless heating and cooling system. Mr. Slim systems are designed to make any living space in your home inviting. You can have a different temperature control for every room in your home. The money-saving technology can save you 25 to 50% on your heating bill. For Mitsubishi, Rinnai, and trained comfort specialists, call SJ Kowalski at 570-455-2600.
East Union Township supervisors reorganized with a new chairman. Supervisor Dennis Antonelli was named chairman of the board, replacing John Detry. John Byros was named vice chair for 2019. The board also appointed Mary Beth Wolf as secretary at $14 an hour and Mike Gaziak as treasurer at $412 biweekly. The board also purchased new software for $99. The new software will replace an outside service for payroll, which cost $3,000 a year. The board will continue to meet on the first Wednesday of the month at 6 p.m. at the Municipal Building. An election will be taking place at the Luzerne County Courthouse later this month, but it's not what you may think. County election workers will be conducting a mock election January 22nd. It's all to test a proposed new voting system. The machines come from Clear Ballots, which is one of 5 vendors for the new system. County employees will act as mock voters, and poll workers will close up and secure the machines as if it was a real election. The workers then will fill out a survey to give their input on how the machines fared. To comply with the state mandate, Luzerne County plans to purchase new machines that leave a paper trail for added security. Governor Tom Wolf announcing today that more than $2.6 million in grants will be awarded to help prepare students for high-growth jobs in Pennsylvania. The Business Education Partnership Grants are federally funded through the Workforce Innovation and Opportunities Act. The BEP program provides students with career-related experiences through internships, workplace shadowing, and career mentoring. The grants were awarded to 22 workforce development boards and connect schools and businesses to provide students with the job training that they need for high-growth jobs across the Commonwealth. The prison population in Pennsylvania reduced dramatically in 2018, that in part of a corrections reform package that was passed in 2012. According to the State Department of Corrections, the population decreased by 1,068 people last year, which was the sharpest decline on record. The bipartisan corrections reform package, known as the Justice Reinvestment Initiative, was enacted 7 years ago. Since then, the prison population has declined by a total of 3,814. To improve the system, State Senate passed the second Justice Reinvestment Initiative last year. It addresses parole supervision, effective sentencing guidelines, expands support for crime victims, and provides resources to county probation systems. President Trump also signed into law the First Step Act. That's a bipartisan federal corrections reform that happened back in December. The 2019 Farm Show is exploring the story of Pennsylvania for its 103rd year. WILN's Julia Wiegand made the trip to Harrisburg yesterday and has some of that story.
The 103rd Farm Show is inspiring Pennsylvania's story this year by telling the tales of those individuals and their contributions to not just agriculture, but to the Commonwealth as a whole. Pennsylvania will reflect on its past and inform the future as the state fair tells their stories, because Pennsylvania has a story, and found on every page is agriculture. The largest indoor agricultural exposition in the nation features nearly 12,000 competitive exhibits, more than 5,200 of which are animal competitions, plus 300 commercial exhibits and hundreds of educational and entertaining events every year. This state fair showcases the diversity of its agriculture industry and the people who make it thrive, allowing visitors a peek into the industry that employs nearly 500,000 people and contributes $74.5 billion to the Commonwealth's economy every year.
This is a 1 million square foot classroom. There are a million stories of Pennsylvania and the wonderful people who produce our food and our fiber and fuel our lives. This is our midwinter celebration of all things Pennsylvania agriculture.
The Farm Show has a little something for everyone. One of their famous exhibits is the butter sculpture, which supports the PA Department of Agriculture's Choose PA Dairy campaign. Press Secretary Shannon Powers said it's meant to show how important dairy is in our everyday lives.
Butter is huge, and our dairy industry in Pennsylvania is huge, and it powers what we do. And we're highlighting some heroes in Pennsylvania with our butter sculpture, which will, after the show, become electricity on a farm.
Another one of the Farm Show's most looked forward to events took place yesterday in the small arena, its annual Sheep to Shawl contest. For the Love of You is just one of the many groups that participates each year, this year being about their 7th. When this Christian group isn't spinning and weaving for this competition, you can catch them at their own Sheep to Shawl at their farm during the summer, the Bloomsburg Fair, or just going out into communities to share their love of animals and Jesus.
And last year we took 3rd place, and of course this year we're really hoping for 1st place. about a couple weeks before the farm show, we take the 4 that we really think are the very best and remove their sheep sheets, which we make, that protects the wool, and choose the top ewe. And then she is put away for a couple of weeks in a barn just to protect her.
The she Kathy Emmerman is referring to is Scarlet, a purebred Romney sheep that may be becoming a mother soon.
And she is bred for the wool, not for the meat. So she'll live about 8 or 10 years. We take really, really good care of them. So we take them to Bible schools and street fairs and parades. And we have a lot of kids with autism who absolutely love lambs.
Agriculture touches us all every day. It's the industry that inspires Pennsylvania's future. So be sure to come on down and check out this year's farm show, which runs until this Sunday, January 12th. Reporting in Harrisburg for WYLN News, I'm Julia Wiegand.
That would look like it was a lot of fun, Julia. Coming up on Weston's News Choice, a visit to Hillside SPCA in Community and You. Stay with us.
It's time to say goodbye to 2018 and hello to 2019 during the Start Something New sales event at All-American Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. We're celebrating the new year with new savings. Buy a new 2018 Jeep Compass Sport 4x4 with heated seats for only $23,715. Or buy a new 2018 Ram 1500 Crew Cab truck with Ram Cargo Management for $33,552. That's a savings of over $9,400. It's the Start Something New sales event going on now at All-American Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram.
Northeast Gold and Silver inside the Churchill Mall is paying cash for gold and silver. Top dollar for silver coins. National currency. Fine and sterling flatware. Stop in or call them at 570-497-4177.
Fast, consistent internet speeds. TV your way. And reliable phone service. All from the one provider who also lives here. Service Electric Cablevision. Connect with us.
When you see news happening in your neighborhood, call WYLN News at 570-459-1869 or email us at news@WYLNTV.com or send us a message on social media through Facebook. WYLN, we're your local network.
Aware of is providing ample food and water, and that means not frozen water. Also, you want to limit time out on any kind of ice or snow because they can damage their pads on their feet. Also, the law now states, if I'm stating that correctly, under Lieber's law, is that tethering is a 30-minute time frame in temperatures over 90 degrees and under 32 degrees. So there's time limits put on by the law that says that you can only have the animals out for those periods of time in extreme weather. Also, you must provide adequate housing for them when they are outside. That means a dog box or some kind of self-contained box that keeps them warm, and you're supposed to really have some type of bedding in it, whether it be straw or blankets or something like that. Being very careful when you're walking on ice, especially treated ice and snow, because that can really burn and damage animals' feet as well. Plus the fact that they lick their feet, so that can also cause digestive issues. You'd never really want to have any animal out in freezing weather. Their bodies just aren't set up for that type of thing. No matter how much people think that they're used to extreme weather temperatures, they are not. It's not healthy for the animal, and it's not legal. So you're not supposed to be letting animals out in extreme temperatures. Cats are much more shall we call them lickers than dogs. They're forever washing themselves, so certainly it can damage their feet and also their digestive as well. Plus, antifreeze leaking on cars and vehicles. It has a very sweet taste, and both cats and dogs often are attracted to that, and that can cause death.
All Care Home Care, providing quality in home care since 1986. Call and see how their team of licensed physical therapists, skilled nurses, speech, and occupational therapists can provide you with exceptional service in the comfort of your own home. They also offer dietitian, home health aide, and medical social worker services. You have a choice in your health care. For safe, friendly, qualified care, call All Care Home Care today and let their team begin taking care of you and your loved ones.
At Grand Central, our family has been supplying your family with quality brand name furniture, mattresses, and appliances for over 3 generations. Whether you choose from our excellent selection of Lazy Boy, Catnapper, or England furniture, or from our fantastic selection of Sealy and Stearns & Foster mattresses, we guarantee total comfort in every room of your home.
With expert advice, everyday low prices, plus interest-free financing for up to 60 months.
From our family to your family.
Grand Central in Hazleton. Everything to make your house a home.
Success begins at MMI.
If you're entering 6th through 11th grade,
come explore MMI on visitation night.
Experience what many families have learned.
An MMI education is one of the best investments you can make.
Register for our January 26th entrance and scholarship exam.
Visit MMIprep.org for more information.
The American Red Cross reminds you January is National Blood Donor Month. It's that time of year when blood supplies drop, but the need can increase. That's due to accidents and surgeries. A combination of seasonal illnesses and weather keeps donors home, and that can mean a shortage of blood and platelets. You can find out more by visiting redcrossblood.org, and on your screen you've been seeing a list of upcoming blood drives. Allied Services Autism Outreach Program parents and professionals invite all families with autism to come out and bowl. It's this coming Sunday, January 13th. The event is at Chaco's Family Bowling Center in Wilkes-Barre and runs from either 11 a.m. till 1 or from 2 until 4. It features free food, bowling, and gifts for all who have autism and their siblings. To receive a gift, you must RSVP by January 11th. And you can do so by calling Dolphus Tart or Julie Holbrook at the numbers that you see listed on your screen. Once again, the Autism Bowl 2019 takes place at Chaco's Family Bowling Center in Wilkes-Barre this Sunday, January 13th. And tonight, the WILN sports crew out at the Berwick High School for tonight's basketball game, the Bulldogs taking on the Comets of Crestwood. Join us tonight for all the action. Crestwood taking on Berwick. Join Marty Burns along with Joe DeMelfi and, of course, the entire WILN sports team for the matchup. The game live here at 7:30 on WILN TV. And that's the news. Remember, you can always get news updates on our WILN News Facebook page. Stay with us. A look at today's weather is next on WILN TV.
Hi, I had a very minor fender bender tonight in an unreasonably narrow fast food drive-thru lane. Don't worry, I have everything handled. I already spoke to our Allstate agent, and I know that we have accident forgiveness, which is so smart on your guys' part. Like the fact that they'll
4 weeks without the car.
Okay, yep, good night.
With accident forgiveness, your rates won't go up just because of an accident. Switching to Allstate is worth it.
Visit your local Allstate agent, the McNeilis Agency in Hazleton at 1092 North Church Street, or in Hometown the Hometown Village Square. For over 25 years, Whitetail Preserve Shooting Range, 118 Boulevard Road in Bloomsburg, has provided professionally designed skeet, trap, and sporting clay fields. All stations are handicap accessible with resident NRA certified shooting instructors on site. Packages are available to fit anyone's budget, and there is a restaurant and catering on site. The facility is also available for weddings, business meetings, bachelor parties, private parties of any kind. Call 570-384-2314.
This week on Topic A, I'm joined by Ting O, a physical therapist from Physical Therapy and Balance Center. We talk about the difference between their center and other physical therapy places around our area, what sets them apart, and how they are helping combat concussions in our youth. All that coming up this week on Topic A, only on WYLN.
watching Wilkes-Barre's Choice for news, weather, and live local sports.